So the open secret that everybody knows about in crypto is that layer ones are going to be absolutely explosive in this next bull run. And none of them are in better position than Solana. In this video, I'm going to show you why that's going to happen for one main reason. The Solana ecosystem of dApps and features is huge and growing day by day. It's time to discover Solana. Despite all of the FUD, Solana has been on an absolute tear, nearly tripling in just the last 30 days. Now, when it approached the $40 mark, most people thought it would slow down, but it just kept pumping, almost reaching $70 before the whole market entered a healthy pullback. So for all of you sideliners out there, this might be your last chance to get your soul bags ready, all before Solana potentially soars this next bull run. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video, because at the end of this, I'll be giving you my Solana price prediction. So quickly, let's go over what Solana is. Founded by Anatoly Yakovenko, I think I said that right, and Raj Gokul in 2018, Solana is a layer 1 blockchain with over 11.5 million users. Now, kind of like its layer 1 predecessors, Sol relies on proof of stake consensus mechanisms. But in 2021, Solana introduced a consensus innovation called proof of history, which uses verifiable delay function, VDF, to generate timestamps for each and every single block. Now, this unique consensus mechanism gives Solana a really high transaction throughput of over 65,000 transactions per second, while simultaneously reducing the storage and bandwidth needed for blockchain to function. Now, this system makes Solana less vulnerable to attacks, specifically relay attacks, where bad actors attempt to replay transactions from one blockchain to another. Now, another development that makes Solana unique is its use of horizontal scaling, which allows more computers to join the processing network and process tasks parallel to one another. And then Solana's Turbine protocol allows lightning-fast validation of transactions by transmitting that information to node clusters that Solana calls neighborhoods. And those neighborhoods are run by a leader node, which specifically validates the transactions within the cluster. But Solana rotates the leader nodes, which lessens the chance that a malicious or malfunctioning node will slow down the entire network. And this is directly what helps Solana meet its mission of creating the most censorship-resistant network out there. Now, we love anything censorship-resistant on this channel, and Solana has come a long way from all of the network issues that they had years ago. But in the crypto language, censorship means users are prevented from adding new blocks to the blockchain due to dysfunctional nodes or malicious activity. And Solana solves this by rotating its leader nodes. You see, this is because Solana has an open source application, which means anybody in the world can download it and build with it. And all of this leads to Solana having a minuscule block time of about 400 milliseconds, insanely fast. So Solana's speed and efficiency, combined with its security and ability to handle high network traffic volumes, are all big reasons why the ecosystem is booming currently. Plus, Solana is much cheaper than Ethereum. So when you're trying to buy your JPEG monkey token, it's going to be a lot cheaper for the retail audience, as it's a few pennies rather than potentially hundreds of dollars. All of this pretty much says one thing, that it's extremely scalable, and is why it has become a haven for DeFi, NFTs, GameFi, and all of really Web3 applications, as well as real-world adoption. So let's start with DeFi, decentralized finance, because these lending platforms are springing up Solana's ecosystem right now. Solana is currently ranked 8th in terms of total value locked, and since October, that TVL, get this, has almost doubled to over 600 million. Now, that's a far cry from the 9.9 billion Solana boasted at the height of the last bull run, but that's still incredibly impressive for a bear market. But luckily, there's been a surge of DeFi activity again. This is due to devs wanting high-speed, low-cost transactions and be able to scale at ways Ethereum may not be able to provide. And in July of 2023, Solana introduced its Hyperledger Solane, which came with the ability for developers to write Solana smart contracts in Ethereum's programming language. Now, while some people don't like Solidity, it is well known. And versus Solana's native languages like Rust or C, this makes developing on Solana way more accessible and drives way more activity. And you can see it in the fees collected, which increased by 19% just last quarter, coming in at about $4 million. And the great news is that Solana burns half of those fees, which drives price action, of course, to the upside. More demand, less supply, price increases. So let's dive into the world of Solana and find out where everyone is spending those fees. Why are they spending those fees? Well, of course, by volume, Solana's biggest DeFi platform and DAO is Marinade. Now, this is specifically where you can stake your SOL for over 8% APY at the time of recording. And stake SOL is actually backed up by pre-FTX collapse levels. Marinade also provides liquidity pools and ways to earn a native token, MNDE. And Solana has a ton of exchanges, including Orca, a decentralized exchange where you can participate in liquidity pools and trade anything in the Solana ecosystem, including your microcaps and of course your meme coins. And then there's Jupiter Exchange, one of Solana's newest platforms that allows swapping, limited orders, dollar cost averaging, and even perpetual markets. So you can put your longs and shorts on a variety of coins that may not be offered through your centralized exchanges. On top of this, you have MarginFi, which offers similar service with a really user-friendly cross-chain bridge and lending option. And Solana is another option if you're looking to lend or borrow, offering 60 assets across 20 pools. So it's safe to say that Solana keeps dominating the lending space. You have Crypto Lender Credits, just launched another lending pool with Solana. Now they, alongside Solana Foundation, provide insurance-protected private credit to Colombian farmers and a juicy 11% yield to investors who deposit their USDC into that pool. That's a much higher yield than most platforms. Plus, you get the peace of mind that the credit is insured. Now, of course, quick disclaimer, guys, anytime you're lending or borrowing on these platforms, just know there is a risk that comes into it. Ask yourself where that yield is actually being generated from, and always do your own research. Next, we have Sharky, an escrowless NFT lending and borrowing protocol. And speaking of NFTs, Solana's base NFT marketplaces, Solana Art and Magic Eden, have grown drastically in popularity. I mean, Solana is what made NFTs essentially go viral. Of course, you have your traditional ERC, etc., but the Solana NFT ecosystem boomed in 2021. Back in May of 2022, Magic Eden topped OpenSea in terms of daily trading volume. This is because they steal NFT enthusiasts away from Ethereum due to the low fees. Now, Solana Art currently has the highest trading volume for Solana NFTs, beating out both Rarible and OpenSea. In April of this year, the Solana Foundation introduced NFT compression technology called Bubblegum, a new way to store data directly on-chain that brings down the costs of minting Solana NFTs. And since its inception, millions of compressed NFTs have been minted on Solana, specifically over 3 million per week. That's a massive amount. Solana already has some of the lowest fees in the game, and yet they're still making improvements just to bring that low cost further down. And then we got games, the fun part almost of any ecosystem.
Miles, the station reported a distress signal last night. They think it came from your dad's ship.
The signal, it came from past the outer ring. How is that even possible?
His ship has been reported missing for 20 years now. Pretty sure he's not coming back.
Now that's a trailer from one of Solana's native games, Star Atlas. And as you can see, Solana is killing it in the GameFi space with projects like Genopets and Aurora really making a name for themselves. Now, I'm following GameFi pretty closely because it has the potential to grow exponentially, especially when this bull run really gets going. I'm someone that used to run the Axie Infinity sponsorship programs back in the last bull run when Ronin and Axie Infinity absolutely exploded. We were in on Illuvium around the $25, I think $50 range before it ran up and scaled to well over $1,500. Now, I didn't hold it all the way to the top. I, of course, was that person to exit around 200 to 300, but still massive gains. And I expect the same anticipation coming from new retail investors moving into this next cycle. Plus, in an attempt to accelerate the game development on Solana, the foundation has now provided a game kit that has tools and services for game developers. And Solana offers options to fund game development through Griffin Gaming Partners, Solana Ventures, and even Forte. So they're paying you to build there. And because Solana is so fast and cheap, it is the perfect place to develop games. Now, on top of this, Solana is leading the space with gambling fi. See, Rollbit is a coin that has seen incredible price action in recent months, started out on Solana before, of course, migrating over to Ethereum. And new gambling products like SolCasino.io and Moonroll have started to emerge to fill Rollbit's place. Both provide casino games like roulette, both provide casino games like poker, and even slots. Now, Sol Casino also offers sports betting, a lottery, and even earn pools, which are very user-friendly. And on top of it, they have their entirely own crypto trading platform that's in beta right now. So it'll be interesting to see if Sol Casino will have a surge similar to Rollbit, especially now that Solana holders have a bit more money to burn given the recent price bump. Now, I think we could straight up spend a million years diving into Solana's ecosystem because it is deep with development. But I want to touch on music just a little bit. 3 apps like decentralized music streaming and sharing platform Audius, Web3 development platform Alchemy, and Dispatch, a decentralized user engagement protocol, Solana-based products are certainly holding to their own. But what gets me even more excited about these protocols is how much room that they really can grow. and others are seeing this as well. Of course, you've probably already seen my Render video, which is the first decentralized GPU rendering platform that just moved over to Solana in November of 2023, and their price has exploded. But they're not the only ones switching to Solana. Helium migrated back in April of 2023. So obviously, Solana is even being used to solve other blockchain issues, and is why we're seeing a mass migration to their system. Now, one of the coolest things the Solana ecosystem is developing is a brand new phone called Saga that aims to make Solana DeFi protocols, NFT marketplaces, and Web3 apps available to users on the go. And a phone isn't the only real-world application that Solana is exploring. Just in August of 2023, Solana Pay integrated with Shopify, allowing merchants to access Web3 payments starting with USDC. They're offering the service with no fees through the end of the year. And crypto companies like Circle and Phantom, as well as more traditional companies like Checkout.com, have also already integrated into Solana Pay. In fact, Solana Pay may be what takes Solana to the next level, because with its speeds and low fees, it just makes a lot more sense to use than a lot of other chains. Now, of course, companies like Visa have taken notice, because guess what? They added support for Solana in September. And this was all due to modernize their cross-border payment systems, which means Visa partners, guys, can now use Solana to send and receive USDC settlement payments. And if that doesn't get you bullish on Solana, I really don't know what will. Because with all of that development, I'm really not worried about Solana reaching its last all-time high, which of course was $250. If Solana really is coming for Ethereum and ends up with a similar market cap to one ETH has now at $235 billion, that means we could see Solana at least over $400. And that's only a 3x from Sol's current market cap. And with Sol's current price surge over the last month, it doesn't seem unrealistic to me at all. And to be honest, I think we've barely started this bull run. I mean, traditionally, we don't even start a bull run until after the Bitcoin halving. Now, quick disclaimer, guys, this prediction comes with the regular crypto caveats about risk and FOMO. Don't fall for it, and only put in what you can afford to lose. But judging by this tweet about the Grayscale Solana Trust, it looks like that Solana could bust through its previous all-time highs of $259 and skyrocket no problem to $328. Buying Sol about $60 or $70 doesn't sound so bad when you think about numbers like that. Now, obviously, guys, this straight up is not financial advice. One, because I am someone that faded Solana last bull run. I was very skeptical of FTX and Solana and all of its ties to Alameda Research, and to be honest, had every right. But the community has shown, despite all the network issues and the development problems it has had in the past, they continue to build and outperform almost any other layer one. And you have to give them that credit. And of course, guys, we can get pullbacks, 20, 30%. You know, these are normal price points. Bearing all that in mind, I'm still very excited to see where Solana can go this bull run. Like I said, there's a whole Solana universe to explore, but I'll cut it off here so this video doesn't go on to infinity. But guys, let me know in the comments. I would love to know if you have a bag of Solana. What aspect excites you most about the ecosystem? What price do you think that it can reach in this next bull run? Do you think it can barely reach all-time highs? Are you like me and think it can 3x, which is massive? Or do you think it can grow even more? Either way, guys, make sure you like this video and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any more Solana alpha. And other than that, I'll see you at the top.